Hi, it's Well Connected, and welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Can you introduce yourself?
I am Truvonne. Hello.
I have been such a fan for like 2-3 years. And like I've never gotten the time to talk to her. It's always like 5 minutes, like here or there. Because
short spurts.
It's always like you're always busy. So when like I DM'd her, I was like, hey, can you come on like the show? And she was like, yeah. I was like,
walk it in.
Today, you have to come today. So welcome. I'm really excited to have you because we have like this really cool project we want to talk about.
Oh, yes.
But before we get to that, I want to talk about how like I know you from like performing all the time.
Right.
So how does it feel to not be?
It's kind of crazy because like ever since this lockdown started, I performed one live stream, and I didn't like it, to be honest with you, because it was awkward, like, after the song ends, and I couldn't see comments or anything either.
Did it feel natural?
It was cool. I think it was cool because there is no one there, so it's like a catch-22. I thought it was, like, really cool, but in the same token, I go off of people's energy, so it was kind of like, well, that was nice. Song ends, dead silence.
Especially because, like, when I see you perform, like, everybody's, like, so quiet. And, like, everybody will, like, snap. And, like, it's, like, such a vibe. Like, the last time I saw you perform was at a party, and you brought your keyboard out.
I remember that.
And I remember that. So I think you went on, like, at about, like, maybe, like, 9 p.m. Or something like that. And everybody was just chilling. We were like sitting on the floor, and you brought it out, and the lights were going. And it was so chill. Yeah, I
love doing shows. To be honest with you, I think that, especially after releases, I love doing shows. You know, seeing who I can open up for that. You know, that's touring or whatnot.
You've been opening up a lot.
You were. It was a lot. It was like 8 to 10 shows a month, and it was just like constant movement, which is great. I mean, they're touring nationally or internationally, so it's like always good coverage and stuff. So it's kind of been like weird. Because I'm not, you know, but I started making music again, which is good.
Do you want to do another, like, live stream?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think shows are important. I would love to do some type of live. Like, I think I need to do a show, especially because I just released this album. So I feel like it's necessary to kind of play those songs or do something. I'm still trying to figure that part out. But,
maybe like Twitch, because you can see the comments.
Well, I thought that was really cool, actually. I saw that. I just got to set up my mic. Once my mic is correct, and my dogs could not talk, and I have this, I get my little station.
Hey, at least you have the gear.
All together.
Some artists, they rely on going to the studio. You have everything.
I got everything I need. I just got to make sure it sounds okay, and the dogs are hush-hush, and then I think it'll be chill. But I do want to start Twitch. I heard Twitch was kind of...
Because I went to Best Buy, and I couldn't find anything.
Right.
I mean, I was just there to buy, I think, like, a tripod, and, like, everything was gone. Like, everything is gone.
Well, that's another thing. Everything is gone. Like, half the time I have to go online, and then by the time it gets there, it's, like, a month before I'm like, well...
Because the shipping's delayed and everything.
Everything's delayed,
So, yeah, I was like, you don't even have to worry about having to go and, like, buy things and get it set up.
Right. Not really.
Everyone's buying, like, their laptops and the iPads and the cameras.
Yeah, everyone's, like, trying to... You know, I guess go towards that, and they don't have anything, but I do. So I'm thinking about doing like some type of live stream or hopping on the show. I don't know how it really goes nowadays, but I definitely want to get on that.
Yeah, you should do it for sure. I think that'd be cool. And then like, this is my idea. Do like the same like vibey thing, like have like candles around, lock your dogs up.
That's
lock
right.
Your dogs
lock them up. Put the little
take
thing
them to Rascal's house
behind me.
Rascal's gonna watch your dogs for a day. We'll set up candles. We'll put a rug.
Put the tapestry behind. Can't forget that.
Yeah.
And then kind of, you know, say hello everyone, like a little ASMR. This is true. Watching you, we're back.
And then like read the comments, even if they're not there.
Oh yes,
be like, shout out to Boston. I see you guys are checking in right
Bob,
now.
I'm there with you. I'm in you right now.
All right, so Truvonne stream coming, you know. We're really excited. If you guys see this vibe we're describing, it started here.
This vibe.
So let's talk a little bit about, I think, like the song that kind of took off, Crazy Love. How was that when that got picked up by Freeform?
It was awesome. It's crazy because you don't know which song is gonna do it, and it seems to be the ones that I just want to go for like a different vibe. Like I'm just kind of like, let's try this out.
Are they kind of like effortless?
That one honestly was. It was very short that it actually took me. I put something up on Instagram of me actually making the song. It's extremely short, like how I did it, and the sounds are minimal.
Yeah, so it was like not that crazy.
It's not. So I'm like, okay. And then I was pushing the song and pushing
She's
the song.
Like, it's a 2-track.
It's a 2-track. It's really not that deep. And I was pushing the song, and then all of a sudden, it gained a lot of traction. So that's actually how I was able to get my licensing. Okay. So I'm actually working with a company that does, TV and film and stuff. And so that song, he was like, I know, All Right can get picked up, right? And then Crazy Love got
picked up too, right? So you have 2 songs.
2 songs got picked up, and then another one was used for like a cannabis something, which was All Right again. But yeah, once Crazy Love got picked up, that was amazing because I truthfully want my music to be in some type of TV or film atmosphere, that energy. And the scene was so great, and it played a whole minute. It was like a love scene. They're all spinning around in the
water.
Pool.
Oh, that was so
I was like, ooh.
My favorite thing about that is when I go to the YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not only like on one YouTube page. Like other people, obviously, they'll rip it. They'll throw it on their page, and all the comments are like, "Who else is here from the TV show? Who else is
Good
here?"
Trouble. And that's what's crazy. I think that feeling right there is always what gets me, because it's like the songs getting picked up on shows.
It's call to action. Like they see they go and they'll comment.
It's amazing. That's why we're definitely working on putting it out in the energy, in the universe, getting coffee and cigarettes placed on a movie, because I don't even know what that would look like, but it would have to be amazing. So
it fits so perfect though, because I remember when it got placed, like you shared the video, and it was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And not only like was it perfect for that scene, but like I feel like that's the whole mood of 2020 now. Like that whole like 2020 is kind of just like
2020 is a whole SMH.
I want to be in a pool fucking swirling around.
2020 is a whole, like, you can go through and look at everything that's happened and just be like the whole time. I'm just like, what?
I just can't believe it's been like 6 months, and like
I can't either.
In March, if you would have told me like, hey, we're gonna be locked up for 6 months, I'd be like, bet. But like we're in October. I'm rounding up. We're in October, and I'm still home.
Because it kind of feels like you're losing your mind a little bit. Because I didn't even realize how much time has passed, and how I don't really drive anywhere. My gas tank is filled like once a month. Yeah, I'm like. And that's just to drive down the street.
I'm out of town, and I'm over here Googling, like, vacation rentals, like, for my next day off. Like, and I was like, oh, well, when's the next holiday weekend? Oh, yeah, Labor Day. It was Labor Day. I really didn't think I was already in September. I thought I was, like, in, July.
Well, that's a good point. Like,
I was like, wow, the next holiday is until, like, we're already in September. It didn't really hit me until.
Well, because winter holiday, like, I don't even know what's happening. Like, I swear, like, I wake up, I don't know if it's Tuesday, a Sunday, I just know that it's a day, and then I'm like, don't look at the news. That's getting depressing as, right now. So.
Maybe till after November.
I'm hoping, like, Halloween's my favorite holiday, so I'm hoping.
I have some bad news then. I don't think we're going to be doing Halloween.
Don't mess with me.
We as in, like, Arizona. Like,
I'm not reporting this. I know what you're talking about.
I'm not reporting this.
If I could because the thing is, I'm very scary. Like, I don't like scary things at all. But Halloween, there's something about it that makes me happy. Like, I'll sit there, watch Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
And chill with the little kids, like the kids type of scary movies. And I'll be like, ooh, shake, shiver. I'll be like, that was good for me. That's enough.
And, like, the candy's always fun.
That's it.
The costumes is
I'm so simple.
Fun,
Dress the dog up.
It's just like a nice little holiday, like a feel-good holiday.
I love Halloween.
Because you don't have to really involve a lot of things. You just dress up and you put on a scary movie. You don't have to go to your families and eat and dress up nice for dinner. Like, it's just a you thing. You could just do it by yourself.
That's what I'm saying. And the turn up used to be, real back in the day.
Yeah.
I was a ninja every year. I was like, I'm gonna be a ninja, and then I just changed like the color. That's it. I'm still a ninja. Lit.
It works. So, back to what I was saying. Well, not that we went on a tangent about Halloween. So, Crazy Love.
Yes.
That is also on your new project.
Yes.
So it was never like released, like officially, or it was.
So it was released as a single.
Mm-hmm.
So it was released as a single, but I decided to add it
officially,
to the
like,
album.
Okay.
Yes, just because it's crazy. A lot of these songs I wrote years ago, and then some of them are brand new that I wrote months ago maybe. But when I was listening to it, and then I started just listening to the whole thing, it made sense for it to just fit into the project as a whole.
It fit the 2020.
It fit the 2020 mind, because it's like an ebb and flow of just emotions. And I was like, let's throw that one in there, you know? And that's kind of how it came. Like, I knew the initial 8, and then I just started being like, well, let's throw that in there too, you know? Especially so I can have that out there, have that release, and start making new stuff and kind of let all those emotions and let all that stuff go and just finally have that out. So that felt really good.
So tell us a little about your album. What was going on? Like, I feel like you already had those written, right?
Yeah, it was crazy because a lot of the songs, like Unrequited, which is one of my favorite songs, like having those actually ready, you know, it wasn't the right time to have those released at all. And then I wrote Broken House, and
that's my favorite.
I truly love that song, and it was on the guitar, and just having that song and then Coffee and Cigarettes, it felt right because my emotions are extremely heavy. So it's just nothing but feelings. It's like waves of emotion just in general, which is exhausting. So, you know, it's kind of just about living in feelings that are just not your own. Like constantly having all these different emotions about either a person or about a situation, but it's almost like you don't have a right to, you know, care about the response. It's like, it doesn't matter what
do you
think.
Ever feel like, oh, other people must be going through this too? Oh
yeah, absolutely. Because I personally think, you know, heartbreak or rejection is prevalent, and it happens often. And, you know, the biggest thing when it comes to Broken House is like it's very home type music. At the end of the day, you know, we all go out and do whatever we're doing, but you have to come home at some point to deal with yourself. Like it's not gonna go away. Yeah. So it's kind of that feeling, like, you know, kind of sitting with yourself.
So I kind of like hate but love that song because like it sounds like a toxic relationship,
right?
Because you're like, don't leave,
right? But go,
but go, and I'm like, shouldn't you just break up with the person? Shouldn't you just like not deal with this anymore?
Right.
But then you said like, I don't want you to leave because I feel like it does seem like a type of home when you do come home at the end of the day,
right?
Because you don't want to be by yourself,
right? And I think it's interesting listening to people's perspectives on it. It's very fascinating to me. That's why I've never really said exactly what some of these songs are about. But that's what's so great about it is because it's so ambiguous to where it can really be about anything, anyone. That's also why I never say like a sex or a gender or anything. I try to keep it as neutral because you can literally use it as whatever interpretation of what you're feeling. And yeah, with Broken House, it was very very up and down, but the irony is in that song and in my experience, it was like we're not even dating yet.
Oh wow.
Right. we didn't even get there yet. Are we what is this? A situationship?
Yeah. Why are you mad at me? Like, you shouldn't even be mad at me. What are you doing?
Why am I mad at you? I can't even be mad at you.
And I can't even tell you why I'm mad at you.
Exactly. Like, those feelings that you sit in. So it's like, do I even have a right to do that? Right. And that's what the album is. Yeah.
I really hope there's a part 2 where, like...
Oh, yeah.
Where, like, the person doesn't feel like that anymore.
Broken House might turn into Little House.
Like,
who knows?
Fuck you. Like, I'm good by myself. I got my dogs and my cat. Like, I feel better now.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for a part 2.
Yeah, like, it'll be like Little House.
My house.
Right.
House for one. So yeah, that was kind of like my take on that song because I was like, this song's dope, but like, you know, like it's kind of like it tells a story. Like the whole project tells a story, and I'm just like, yo, this is real life because like people don't walk away from bad situations. They kind of just, you know, it's kind of what they're used to, and they like it. It's comfort. It's home.
Well, and I think that's also why, you know, I needed to let this music out because some of these feelings and emotions happened, you know, in a completely different space. Like, I'm definitely not even in that space. But
she's like, jokes on y'all.
I'm happy, bitch. But it's like, but like releasing it, I was just like, I need to let this all go. Like, it just needs to come out, you know. And I was really excited about releasing the entire thing. So then when you listen to it, it's like an ebb and flow of just...
Because some people don't let out their music.
Well, because I was holding it, and I was thinking about doing single by single, which I was pretty much doing, but then I was just like, you know what, fuck it, let's release the whole thing, and then just push after that, and it's kind of what we decided to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Who did you work with on this project?
So I worked with my engineer, Andre. He edited everything. He's my engineer. He knows my sound better than anyone.
Because everything's very consistent. It doesn't sound like you were working with like 5 people.
Yeah, no.
Or like you were like doing collabs. There's no collabs on there.
No,
either.
I produced the entire album except for one song, which was by my boy Matt Mendo.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. Did you produce it?
I produced the whole thing, wrote the whole thing. Except one song, If You Didn't Know Me, was by Matt Mendo. He produced it. Super talented out of Germany.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, but otherwise, yeah, it was for me, and that's why I love producing so much. Is just because you go through the process from start to finish,
and you
writing
don't need to
it.
call anybody. You have everything you need.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's the best feeling because you've made it yourself. You know. So I'm excited though. I definitely want to start collabing with people, and kind of getting out, you know, doing that. But I definitely wanted to have something that was just self-debut, self-release, and that's it. What
was the most recent song that you had written on there?
It would have been... I think it would have been Touch. I think that was the most recent one.
Okay. And how long ago was that? Because you write your stuff too, right?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. That was, I would say, 6 months ago.
Oh, wow. So very recent.
That was, about 6 months ago. The beat, I was kind of like, I revisited it. So I started recreating the beat and then started writing that song. Yeah.
But everything's just, what's the oldest song on there?
The oldest song probably would be Lucid Dreams. Is the oldest.
You're like, that one's 3 years old.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, the way, it's crazy because the way that the songs were written and the time frame that this album ended up taking, it aligned perfectly. Like, it aligned perfectly with everything that's going on, everything that was, you know, a lot of these songs I just wasn't ready, and it's crazy listening to them and how relevant every single song is, and that's also why I was like, I think it's time to actually put this out.
And I noticed you did like the videos of stock footage. Like, explain that. I don't get it.
So it's crazy.
I like it, but
yeah, so pretty much like I view my music as like movies. Like, I've always seen it as movies. I don't want, you know, me singing to a camera. I just don't want that. Like, I see things as an art, as a film. And what I noticed is originally I was gonna be shooting with Robert Cadero, but you know, the whole pandemic thing happened. Yeah, no, so, and with how much we were planning, like, Coffee and Cigarettes was actually going to be a short film.
Oh, wow.
So, everything that was happening, like, we had a casting for it, like, all this stuff was pretty much just, like, the timing was off. Everything was off. But I still wanted to make movies for it. And then my friend, Jason, like, he had made a little trailer for a song using stock footage because, you know, sometimes that's kind of all you have. And I was like, what if I made, like, little videos, you know, of stock footage, but explaining different stories. And I thought it was really cool. So I decided to, you know, zoom through stock footage, see what I could find, and like just put together a storyline. And it's nice because I think it's tapping into another art and it just keeps you in that creative space. Do it. I just think it's really cool because you don't know what you're going to end up finding, which is already difficult. And then you're putting it together and it's like, then you play the song back and it's telling the story of stuff that you might not even have been able to afford to do on your own anyway, which is cool. So I'm very excited about it. My little stories and stock sessions.
Do you plan on doing any videos once it kind of calms down?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What's
it's kind of
the
just
first one, Coffee and Cigarettes?
I don't know. We're gonna have
like,
to.
Depending on.
We're gonna have to go.
The vibe.
You know, it just depends. But I definitely do like how I'm gonna pushing this album is just, reintroducing the songs in different ways,
Okay.
But yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe Broken House. I don't know, but it just depends.
And with the album, we have merch. So we got to show the merch here. Let's get the camera.
Get it. There it is.
You have merch, but hers is like exclusive. Like hers isn't available. What made you think of this designer? Like who kind of helped you with it, or did you?
Okay, so the original house in general.
And I've never seen anybody with yellow.
So
I was like, right. I need this yellow shirt.
Well, it was crazy because I was still kind of like, should I even do? Because my colors are like they're very dark and yeah, exactly. And it just looked good in yellow, honestly. So I just chose that as the color. But yeah, I'm planning on officially releasing the merch probably in a week or so. But it is technically available. I just haven't pushed it yet. But this house was actually done by an artist. Her name's Paige. And there's a lot of detail like to it and stuff, but everything else I made on Canva, so that was still me.
Dope.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm just glad it's merch, because a lot of artists don't really go into that field,
right?
And was that kind of like one of your big things, because you had merch before, right?
Yeah. Kind of.
Yes,
like I had.
She's like, I just don't push it.
Tricky.
I never push it.
Well, to be honest, it's very tricky, because it's like I start something and it's like I don't like it, or whatever the case may be, and it's like it's not ready. Like this is, I decided, like I put my hand down and just was like, all right, we're just gonna go with exactly what I have planned and get this going exactly how I want it. And I was very excited about the merch. Just all the different designs, colors. I think it goes really well with the album. And some of the actual songs too. So it was my first time like designing stuff, and I thought it was cool. I was like very happy with it. So I can't wait to get my samples to come in of like the new stuff.
There's more coming.
Yeah, so
because you can get anything on the website, you just gotta check it out. It's available.
Exactly, you just gotta look. That's all you gotta do.
So to kind of wrap up, where can we find your project? Any last statements? Anything you want to say? I know it's available on all streaming platforms, right?
Yep. So it's on YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, whatever it is, whatever you have, it should be on there. Someone kept writing me about Audio Mac. I guess it's not on there. I'll figure that out. But otherwise, it's pretty much everywhere. Merch is coming probably in a week or so. I plan on writing a blog.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's called Conversations in the Dark. So it's just a lot of thoughts that happen at night.
Fun.
Thoughts that happen at night.
Like, interesting,
It's very,
I'm not trying to have those conversations in the dark, but
I know it sounds like a horror thing, but it's like conversations you have at night is really what it means, but that sounds more interesting. Mm-hmm. So that's going to start coming out, and my website's going to come out, and just more stuff. Definitely want to do a live stream.
Oh, yeah, for sure. With the candles. Be ready to take care of the dogs.
Yep.
Everything like that.
I definitely want to do it like an acoustic, like some type of acoustic video of some of the songs. So a lot of stuff.
Awesome. Where can we find you on Instagram?
It's going to be Truvonne_ pretty much on everything. Most of the time you'll be able to find it with the spaces, but I'm pretty sure now it's finally...
All caps.
Yeah, all caps, all spaces. But it's finally coming up now without you having to do that. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for stopping by, and make sure to check out all her music.
Oh, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, appreciate it.
You say that it's all right.